Enchanté.
Hello lovelies, let me get this out of the way. I'm Angela and this is Parisienne Farmgirl. Bienvenue and welcome to my channel. Now in our most recent video I shared with you my last hurrah, my last flea market of this season, and I saw some comments about lamps. You know, I got these beautiful French toll painted lamps, and yes, I obviously sold out so I could use them for now with some modern lampshades from Target. I will be scouring Etsy all winter to find the perfect vintage shades. But in the comments, there were some questions about rewiring lamps. So I dug out these little cuties that I got, I think at the first flea market of the season, if you watch that video. And up above, I will be linking anything that I'm referencing. And I thought what I would do today is show you how to rewire a vintage lamp. Because really, when you're out thrifting or antiquing and you're finding all these fabulous treasures, I know what happens. You're looking at those oil paintings, you're wondering if they're real. You're looking at those vintage lamps and you're thinking, oh, that would be such a great lamp for my house, but it looks like it would burn the place down. So if you skill up along the way, it really opens up an entire new world to your thrifting and your flea marketing and your antiquing. So today, I'm going to show you how to rewire a vintage lamp. I'm going to do my very best to explain to you how to do this so that you can successfully learn how to do this all season long. Now, if you'd like to stay in touch with me and learn little tidbits throughout the week, then be sure that you are following over on Instagram, because I'm there every day. You and I can spend more time together, have lots of fun, and of course that you are a member of my Old World Design Society. That includes a quarterly print publication, 3 to 4 design classes per quarter, and a private forum where you can hang out with professional and amateur designers alike, all fellow like-minded people that love all things vintage and old and European and fabulous. In fact, in the first magazine, which was about a year ago when we launched, we actually did an article on how to rewire lamps. And if you'd like, you can grab, I think we have some extra copies of that available. And right now, don't have my props very close. Right now we are shipping out our holiday edition. So we would love to have you as a member of the society. Be sure to check the description of this video because I have some special links for my YouTube followers. Okay, so I'm going to get my drill and some cord and some tools and walk you through this as best as I can. All right, this is my picnic basket, AKA toolbox. I've got my Lifely tools. What else do I have in here? Some clamps, you know, for projects. Girl never knows when she needs clamps. Here's Mom's hammer that lovingly says, put me back. I hate hunting for things when I need them. I've got a level. This isn't totally fleshed out yet, but it's a good start. All my batteries, even for my garden equipment, are in here. So we're gonna use this today. All right, we have everything we need. We've got wire strippers, needle nose, our cord, our wire, our little plugger thing, and a drill. I'm using my Lifely tools. You've seen me share them with you on the channel before. All of my gardening equipment is from Lifely. I love the versatility because they have the batteries, and I have a whole stash of batteries, and the 20 volts are all interchangeable. So I can pop this on my weed whipper when I'm done with this project if I need to. And I'm going to apologize in advance because there are houseflies everywhere. It is the middle of November and they're all hanging on for dear life, and they love the lights, the warmth from the lights that we're using. Okay, So the first thing you are going to do with your vintage lamp is remove the socket. These sockets were fine, so I don't have to replace them. And so I'm going to take the metal part off and the cardboard. Ooh, dusty. And then I am going to use my drill and I'm going to just loosen these screws. So you'll see one on each side of your socket, and I'm going to loosen those and then we'll go on to the next step. So you're just taking them out, not all the way, just loosening them so that you can remove the wire that is wrapped around the screw. And then what we are going to do is add fresh wire. So just loosen them just a little bit. Good grief. Set this down. Okay, that should do it. And then you're gonna have to kind of fuss with it. Maybe this is when you'll need your needle nose, because depending on how old they are and how mangy the wires are, they might be really in there. So I'm going to unwrap them from around the screw. Okay. Now we are going to, oh, this wire is so old. It's too bad that they're not usable because the plugs are pretty cute. But this one's quite a doozy on the bottom, so I kind of have to get some momentum and then pull it through. Oh yeah, this is lots of disintegrating fabric. Yuck. This is really fun though, because if you remember, I think this was the flea market, oh my gosh, the flies, from back in May or June, and I got these lamps for $5. So $5 and a $15 run to the hardware store and 2 fun vintage made in Japan lamps. I think that they're going to go really cute actually in the kitchen. I like this whole Oriental theme, the Japanese style housing there with the Delft tile wallpaper that I have. I think that's gonna look really cool together. I've got some slack here so I can do what needs to be done. You should see the dust flying off of this thing. Gross. All right, we'll just pull this through. Oh gosh, yuck. Yeah, definitely don't want to plug that into your house. Those old fabric wires, those are dangerous, and it's a really cheap, easy fix. So go ahead and enjoy your vintage lamps, buy them, but definitely learn how to do this. So the wire, when you go to the hardware store, you just find some kind gentleman to help you, and they will have it. They have it on spools, and you just tell them how many feet you need. This was 79 cents a wire. I think it's 12 or 14 gauge, and you can go ahead and pick whatever color goes with your decor. So if you want like the goldish brass, you can pick that. You can pick brown, black, white. These I think are going to go in the kitchen or in the bathroom. And of course I've got a doozy of a situation here where I have to go in the side and then up the bottom of the lamp. So depending on how your lamp is fashioned on the bottom, yours might be easier or more difficult, but you need to get that wire back up to the top and have like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 inches of like lead that's coming out, so you can work with that for a few minutes. So we're going to turn this now. This is going to be finicky. And then I'm going to thread it back through. Nice, fresh, clean wire that is not a fire hazard. Now what you're going to do is we're going to get ready to strip the wires, and then we'll take the exposed wire and we're going to wrap it around those 2 screws that we loosened. So I'm going to just take a knife and just split this a little bit before I use my wire cutters. All right, now that you have that exposed wire, which mine is too long, but we'll pull that through in a minute. Okay, now you're going to take that wire and make a little C shape and wrap it around the screws. And it needs to wrap around, and then the tail needs to point straight down. So it's going to wrap around the screw like that, just like that. And then we'll use our handy drill and tighten that up. Alrighty, we're almost there. See, a whole new world is opening up to you. You can run to the thrift shop and grab that adorable lamp. Alright, so next you're going to pop the cardboard on to the socket. Sometimes that does take a little finagling. Ouch. Don't jab yourself with wires. There we go. And then the brass portion of the socket. And now we're going to give a tug on the wire and get this locked into place. So it's going to snap a little bit. You want to make sure that it's firmly locked into place. So I'm going to pull the wires from down below. Get that nice and tight. Almost. Okay, and then I'll pull this back through because I have this weird lamp. Your lamp probably won't be as weird as this one. And let's attach what I call the plugger. Now, this is a quick clamp plug, easy peasy. This is the one I would suggest because it's super easy to use. Probably opening the package is going to be more difficult. Okay, now with this one, you are going to squeeze the brass pieces together and pull it apart. Take your wire. I did 6 feet on mine, so this is another nice thing. If you're buying a lamp and you have a dresser that's a certain amount of distance from the light socket, this is where you're really in control, because if you're anything like me, you hate cords everywhere. So I did mine 6 feet. So you'll pop this in to the back and then put it in the back of this part. Open these up, shove it in. Squeeze them back shut and pull it through the plugger. Alrighty, now the moment of truth. We'll see how we did. I like these Edison bulbs. I think they're super sexy, and so we'll see how these go. I think they give off a nice, really peaceful yellow light, especially at the end of the day. I don't like a lot of stark lighting. So let's plug this in and see what happens. Okay, we're gonna move this door. Someday, we're going to cut built-ins into this wall, and this door will actually be a door. For now, it's just a hanging piece of art. And see how we did. There we go. Alrighty, let's put these somewhere in the kitchen. Pick some lampshades. Okay, the moment we've been waiting for. I want to have this lamp on top of my espresso machine because I come down in the morning and make a cup of coffee, and I like a cozy little lamp. It's perfect. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed our time together and that you learned a little something. I think that you should wait for the circle to pop up in a few seconds and join me as a member of the Old World Design Society. You can get back issues. And of course, I would love to send you the holiday edition because it's absolutely beautiful. I'll see you in the design forum and you can participate in the design classes. It will be fabulous and you'll learn more useful skills like rewiring vintage lamps. Of course, you can stick around the channel and watch this video right here. Here's that circle you've been waiting for. Now head to the thrift shop, head to the antique shop, buy that lamp you've been eyeballing, come home and give it some new wiring so that it is safe and beautiful for your home. And I will see you again very soon. A biento.